Hello everyone, I welcome you all on the YouTube channel of ANALYST IAS. Our today's topic for topic Decodified is the very important global risks report which is published by the World Economic Forum. So we will see why news, what is global risk report, what are the concerns of the report, then we will see the way forward, then we will see what is World Economic Forum. After that we will see important reports released by World Economic Forum. Then we will see prelims practice question and the mains practice question. You can also suggest the topic of the videos which you would like to understand. Now we will start with YN news. Recently, the World Economic Forum has released the 18th edition of Global Risks Report 2023, which seeks that the world be prepared for natural disasters and extreme weather events in the next 2 years. What is global risk report? It is defined as the possibility of the occurrence of an event or condition which, if occurs, would negatively impact a significant portion of global gross domestic product, population, or the natural resources. The global risks report series tracks global risk perceptions among risk experts and world leaders in business, government, and civil society. Here you can see threat plus vulnerability is equal to the risk. Now these are basically the highlights of the report. So in coming 2 years there would be rise in cost of living crisis, there would be natural disaster and extreme weather events, and there would be change in geo-economic confrontation, then you can see failure to mitigate climate changes, then erosion of social cohesion and societal polarization would be there, then there would be large scale environmental damage, failure of climate change adaptation, widespread cyber crime and cyber insecurity, then there would be natural resource crisis, large scale involuntary migration would be there. These are the risks which we face in the 2 years, and here the risk which we face in the coming 10 years, that there would be failure to mitigate climate change, failure of climate change adaptation, natural disasters and extreme events, biodiversity loss, ecosystem collapses, large scale involuntary migration would be seen, natural resource crisis would be there would be erosion of social cohesion and societal polarization would be observed, there would be also widespread cyber crime and cyber insecurity, geo-economic confrontation would be there, large scale environmental damage would also be there, and there are the 5 risk categories at the down of the page. You can take a screenshot as they are necessary. They can be asked in prelims or mains regarding the colors. So there are economic, environmental, geopolitical, societal and technological risks, and they have different colors assigned to them. After that we will see what are the concerns of the report. That failure to mitigate climate change and failure of climate change adaptation are the two most severe risks facing the world in the next decade, followed by natural disasters and extreme weather events and biodiversity loss and ecosystem collapse as well. Today, atmospheric levels of carbon dioxide, methane and nitrous oxide have all reached records high. Emission trajectories make it very unlikely that the global ambitions to limit warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius will be achieved. This would not be achieved according to the risks of the report. Then failure to mitigate climate change ranks among one of the most severe threats in the short term too. It is also a significant global risk that the world is least prepared for. Existing measures to prevent or prepare for climate change have been very ineffective. Then biodiversity within and between ecosystems is already declining faster than at any other point during human history. But unlike other climate related risks, biodiversity loss and ecosystem collapse has not been perceived to be of concern over the short term. Over the next 10 years or by 2033, the interconnections between biodiversity loss, pollution, natural resource consumption, climate change and socio-economic drivers will make for a dangerous mix. In the meantime, the current global pandemic and war in Europe has been held responsible for the energy, inflation and the food crisis. In fact, cost of living ranks as the top most serious global risk in a short term over the next 2 years. We have studied the table in the previous slides, and 70% of the Respondents in the World Economic Forum report said existing measures to prevent or prepare for the climate change have been ineffective or highly ineffective. Now we will see what is the way forward. So the focus should be on strengthening global risk preparedness and cooperation, need for bottoms up approach by understanding the needs of the community at the local level rather than providing directions from the leadership. It is also important for the world to realize the importance of incentivizing the developing countries towards the usage of renewable energy. A less carbon intensive economy will also benefit the country in the long term, as India is a vulnerable country in the context of the climate change. The coming Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework, adopted at the 15th Conference of the Parties to the UN Convention on Biological Diversity, is a significant breakthrough as far as global action on biodiversity is concerned. Other such agreements have to be sincerely implemented and monitored. What is World Economic Forum? It is the international organization for public-private cooperation. The forum engages the foremost political, business, cultural and other leaders of society to shape global, regional and industry agendas. It was established in 1971 as a non-for-profit foundation and is headquartered in Geneva, Switzerland. It is a not-for-profit foundation. It is independent, impartial and not tied to any special interests. The report aims to serve as a compass to track progress on relative gaps between women and men on health, education, economy and politics. Now here are some reports released by the World Economic Forum. This is often asked in the prelims, so you can just try to remember them or take a screenshot or note them down in a different copy. So there are Energy Transition Index, Global Competitiveness Report, then Global IT Report, World Economic Forum along with INSEAD, and Cornell University publishes this report, which is the Global IT Report. Then there is Global Gender Gap Report, Global Risk Report. I have already told you what is Global Risk Report. This slide was all about it. Then Global Travel and Tourism Report. Here is the prelims question. You all can answer it very easily and type the answer in the comment section given below. The Global Competitiveness Report is published by which of the following? So I hope you all can answer it. Now we will come to our today's mains practice question, that critically analyze Global Risk Report recently released by World Economic Forum. You have to critically analyze it. This was all about the today's topic. Stay tuned for the next video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new so that you can basically connect with us and you can get our notifications daily. And if you have doubt in any topic, then you can just type in the comment section, then we can make a video on that. Have a nice day.